Hello, everyone. Well, I just got done with a great conversation between Karen, myself, and Kristen. And it was so much fun. I had a blast, and I hope that you watch it and yeah, enjoy yourself too. There was some laughing, maybe some crying. It was really good. Anyway, I was in that video, I was talking about the process of my Kundalini process, and that it had reached a certain point and blah, 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 oneness, blah, blah. And the first thing I want to say is in my sharing of Kundalini process, and I'm just looking at my hair and going, wow, wow, the curls have fallen and it is windier, much windier out there than I thought because I just went outside. Anyway, we'll just let the bird's nest be as it may. But in sharing my Kundalini process, I am not sharing it in any way for, yay, girl, you're doing good, not for accolades or anything like that. There's no ego involved. In fact, I feel embarrassed sharing what is going on, but I'm sharing because it may be help someone else, but it's also for me to document my process. Okay. And what I wanted to share, I've had this question rumbling around in me or tumbling around in me for a long time. You know, Kundalini promotes glimpses of oneness or unity or all different levels of consciousness. So we have these many times we have these grand experiences and realizations when Kundalini is active. And when she reaches a particular place, particularly Bindu, there's the oneness state. And I may not be using the right words, but the consciousness is in oneness. She's resting in oneness. And the question for me has been coming up, like many people who perhaps may not be in Kundalini process or who are in intermediate Kundalini process are also having the same experiences, having the same realizations. They recognize awareness. They recognize that they're not the mind. They're not the body, that they are awareness. What is the difference? Like, what's the point of having Kundalini rising if everyone else is having the same kinds of ahas and experiences? And what I got was Kundalini, when she reaches Bindu, oneness, can create a stability. Instead of these oneness, unity, bliss, ecstasy, love experiences kind of happening accidentally, or you're just getting a glimpse and then it's gone for a year or a couple of months and doesn't come back. You think you've lost it. Instead of happening these experiences by accident and that you kind of forget and you kind of go unconscious again, Kundalini, when she reaches particular points, creates, particularly Bindu, creates a stability and a pathway. Instead of she's maybe no longer resting or living at this level or this level, she's now resting up here, the house of oneness. She's created a reliable path. And while she is still working on all of your stuff, stirring it up, and your attention may be here dealing with the stuff that's coming up through the subtle body, you have a reliable path where you can, at will, go there and rest there. And that's the difference, that we can consciously, because Kundalini is resting there and Kundalini is your consciousness, you can now move your attention easily. She's created the path. In fact, that's where you're living now. But we can move our attention here and take care of all the dross that is coming up. And that is not the only difference, but it's the biggest difference. So if perhaps you don't know, or you're not in Kundalini process and you're having these same experiences, that's the only difference. Kundalini provides a stability where you at will can go to the, I'm using all the wrong terms, and probably somebody out there's probably screaming, but you can go to and rest in these places at will, rather than these experiences being accidental or surprise, surprise, I'm back, and then it goes away. I hope that made sense. Anyway, and I hope that's been helpful. Okay, until next time.